Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And welcome back. Yes, welcome to the gods of English. Welcome to the chickens of the forest. Hello to the gibbons of the jungle, and a big hi to the gnus of the plains. How are you all today? Did you have a nice afternoon yesterday? Did you do something nice yesterday evening? Did you go to bed feeling tired, but in a good way, after a day filled with excitement and other stuff? Yes? Good. If the answer to my questions is no, then never mind. Hopefully today will be a better day for you. And what news is there of the animals? Is Gusti still mad? Mad like a strange combination of mad chicken and drunken gibbon? I think I've found Gusti's dance teacher, actually. Right, well, now we know where Gusti learned his interesting dance technique. Okay, moving along. What about Margot? Is she still doing a fine impression of a cat in a coma? Yes? Well, that's normal, isn't it? That's par for the course as far as Margot is concerned. And speaking of par for the course, do you know where that phrase comes from? It's connected to golf. Yes, that semi-sport where you walk about looking for a small white ball and then hit it and walk about looking for it again. Anyway, some people say it's a sport and some other people disagree. That's not the point. The point is that in golf, the word par is used to mean the number of strokes, the number of ball hits that a first-class player needs to complete the golf course. So, if you're watching golf on TV and you hear the commentator say that this course has a par of 76, for example, then you know that if you finish in 76, then you're a first-class golfer. If you finish in under 76, then you're on fire. And if you finish in 324, then you're as good at golf as I am. Anyway, the phrase par for the course simply means that this is normal. So we now often use the phrase in other areas of life, not only in golf. If you tell me that Gusti spent the weekend dancing like a mad chicken, I could reply that with Gusti, that's par for the course, meaning that for him, this is normal. This is what we expect. This is what is typical, predictable, or standard. So when I say that Margot acting like a cat in a coma is par for the course for her, I mean that this is exactly what anyone would expect from Margot. Okay, and what about Nigel? Is he still munching his way through kilos of crunchy carrots? He is? Good. He needs his vitamins. And Nigel, you know what we expect of you for the next few minutes, don't you? Yes, that's right. Keep a lid on the noise, please. Okay, now that we've caught up with the latest news about the animals, we can get started, can't we? Okay, people, day 4 of week 3 of the... what is it? Now today, we're going to look at some combinations of adjectives and prepositions. These combinations are always the same. They're not something we can learn by using a formula, for example. These are not like regular verbs in the present simple, for instance. With regular verbs in the present simple, we know that when we conjugate the verb, the third person singular form adds an S to the end of the infinitive. Okay, this is a rule. We can learn this and then we can make sentences with other verbs. We don't have to learn them all one by one. But With irregular verbs, there is no formula, so we have to learn them. Now, these adjective preposition combinations are like the irregular verbs. We can't learn a formula to help us. We have to learn and remember the different groups. But that's not a problem, is it? By jingo, no! Of course! It's not a problem. We're gods of English. We're members of the blue team. We are the chickens of the forest. We are not going to be stopped by a few irregular parts of the English language, are we? No, of course not. Okay, so let's get started. Let's have a look at these combos. Now, the first adjective we're going to look at is the adjective afraid. Now, do we all know what this adjective means? Well, if someone is afraid, it means that they're frightened. It means that they're scared. Look at these 4 pictures and see if you can decide which person is afraid. Okay, so what do you think? Which picture is afraid? That's right, A is afraid. A shows a man who is frightened, a man who is scared. Now, the other photos show different emotions. B, for example, shows someone who is happy. C shows someone who is thoughtful. And D shows someone who is angry. Okay, but for the moment, we're concentrating on A, the person who is afraid. Now, we can say that someone is afraid and leave the sentence like that, with some information missing. Or we can give more information and we can also identify the source of the person's fear. Now, this is more normal. Just as we saw with comparisons, our brains are programmed to want to hear whole ideas. If someone says that someone is afraid, that's only part of the information. Our brains are programmed to want to know what the source of this person's fear is. Our brain wants to know 100% of the information. So it's a far more normal sentence to deliver a full sentence, not just to say that someone's afraid, but to also tell people what the cause of the fear is, what the source of the person's fear is. Now, this is where the preposition comes in. When we want to tell someone what the source of fear is, and we're using the adjective afraid, then there's only one preposition we use, of. We always say that someone is afraid of someone or something. That's the only preposition we can use with the adjective, of. It's not important if we're using it in a positive sentence. Patrick Starfish is afraid of snakes. Or if we're using it in a negative sentence. These birds aren't afraid of this snake. Or if we're asking a question. Are you afraid of snakes? The important thing is that every time we talk about someone or something being afraid, we say that they or it are afraid of something. That's the rule. Afraid always uses the preposition of. That's it. That's the rule. Okay, but it isn't just afraid that uses a particular preposition, a specific preposition. Let's have a look at some other adjectives and the prepositions we use with them. So, there are a few adjectives and the prepositions that we use with them. I'm afraid of aliens. This car is full of people. You won 2 medals. We're proud of you. I'm tired of waiting for my email to download. Serena Williams is good at sport. My dad is bad at parking. This man is interested in antiques. He's very similar to his dog. She's married to me, I'm married to her. We're married to each other. The fruit on the left is different from the fruit on the right. Okay, so we know that we use those adjectives with those prepositions. So, let's practice. Pick the correct preposition to complete the following sentences. Number 1, she's married a nuclear physicist. Number 2, I never watch tennis on TV. I'm not very interested in tennis. Number 3, Arthur speaks 23 languages. He's very good at languages. Number 4, most people are afraid of death. Number 5, are Ferraris and Maseratis similar to each other? Number 6, when Keith Mad Dog Pheasant won first prize at the prettiest pheasant parade, Enid was very proud of him. Number 7, I asked him what 2 and 2 is. He told me 22. He's bad at mathematics. Number 8, the ocean is full of water and fish and octopuses and squid and other things. Number 9, I'm tired waiting for the bus. I'm walking home. Number 10, fish and dolphins are different each other. Okay, so that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, let's check your answers. Okay, number 1, married. 2, she's married to a nuclear physicist. Number 2, interested in. I never watch tennis on TV. I'm not interested in tennis. Number 3, good at. Arthur speaks 23 languages. He's very good at languages. Number 4, afraid of. Most people are afraid of death. 5, similar, similar to. Are Ferraris and Maseratis similar to each other? 6, it's Keith, Mad Dog Pheasant, Enid's pet pheasant. He won first prize. She was proud of him. When Keith, Mad Dog Pheasant, won first prize at the prettiest pheasant parade, Enid was very proud of him. Number 7, the man who's not good at maths. He's not good at maths, he's bad at maths. I asked him what 2 and 2 is. He told me 22. He's bad at mathematics. Ah, the sea, the ocean, it's full of things. The ocean is full of water and fish and octopuses and squid and other things. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of waiting for the bus. I'm walking home. And the last one, it's a different one. It's different from the others. Fish and dolphins are different from each other. And how right that was. Yes, remember people, you're allowed to be afraid of dogs, aliens and death, but not English. Okay? Right then, that's all the time we've got for today. So, until tomorrow, bye-bye! And don't forget, if you need more English, you know where to go, don't you? That's correct, Captain Birdseye. www.m5tv.hu. See you all later. Have fun. Bye.